Chloe and we're back with another video. This is a Put a Ring on It Season 1, Episode 2 review, recap, all that good stuff. And y'all, this episode was a little juicy. Okay, so let's just get straight into it. But before that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and give me a thumbs up. Why not? Why not? But anyway, let's just go. Let's just go. So, now, it's time for the guys to go on a date. Now, I'm going to just say this, okay? The guys are too excited about being able to go on a date. They're just too excited for me, okay? So, I have to find out if Hollywood really is, going to hate his date or not. Because, last week, she was saying, I really hope you hate your date. I really hope you hate your date, because he was upset that she had an okay time on her date or whatever the case may be. Now, Dr. Nicole asks Ashley how she feels about him going on a date. And Ashley's like, well, you know what? I don't really care, because this is what he said he wanted. When he called off the wedding, he said he wanted to date other people. So here he go, dating other people, okay? He's like, I only said that because I wanted to push her away, okay? I was scared to fail her, okay? And I was like, sure, you were scared to fail her, and I understand that. But you don't just, call off a whole wedding right before the wedding. Oh, my God. I can only imagine why she's still upset, why she's still holding on to it. But okay, let's just see how these dates go, okay? Dr. Nicole wants them to know, just remember, you are here to find out if you're stuck or if you're scared to move, okay? So you have to be open to the process completely, okay? Shay said that she is ready to marry Mike whenever. Today, yesterday, every day. It don't matter. She ready. But Michael is just like, I don't feel like marriage is necessary. I would love to spend the rest of my life with you, just not get married, I guess. I was like, what kind of sense does that make, okay? I mean, it's a lot of people who will argue with me and say that marriage is not necessary. But if you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody and they want to get married, why not just get married? Why not just get married? I don't know. You guys let me know. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now we found out that Euclid, I think that's his name, y'all. I think I got it right this time. That Euclid is not going to go on a date this week, okay? Just like Mimi didn't go on a date last week because of what's going on with her father, okay? And they don't feel like that's the appropriate time for them to be out here just dating. And I totally agree. Like I said last week, I don't think this is the time for them to be focused, completely on their relationship when they got, real life or death issues happening, okay? So Dr. Nicole says that she's going to meet with them one-on-one this week, okay? And she wants them to think about issues that they are holding on to that is holding their relationship back, stopping them from moving forward, keeping them stuck, okay? So now it's time for the dates, okay? And Hollywood is at home and he's getting dressed, okay? He's excited. He's like, I really, after 9 years, is going on a date with someone and I'm not cheating. And I was like, yeah, you a little too happy, bro. You a little too happy, but it's part of the process, right? So he's just excited to be able to go out and it's not considered cheating, okay? So Hollywood feels like, she's over there trying to mess up his look, okay? He's like, Ashley is over here messing with his beard, trying to wrinkle up his clothes. He's like, well, I want to look good. What are you doing? It's too funny, okay? So the thing is, when Hollywood goes on his date, okay, and he sees Brincia, I think that's her name, Brincia or whatever, he's like, oh, wow, it's on. He's just ready for this date, okay? And they get to talking and they connected. And when they were talking, she asked him, why you single and things like that. He was like, I was in a 9-year relationship. And I was sitting here was or is. Are you still in that relationship or are you not? Why did you use the term past tense, okay? And he asks her, why is she single? And he's like, I bet it's because you crazy. And I'm sitting here why every time somebody pretty, a girl, has to be single, she has to be crazy? No, maybe, just maybe, the men crazy. Maybe they can't get it right. Maybe they can't get it together. I'm just saying. But anyway, he's like, you slash the tires, you do. I was like, oh my God. He need to stay in his 9-year relationship because he ain't really got it like he think he got it, but he still think he got it. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, she says that she's sexual, okay? And she likes sex. And he's like, ding, 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 ding. All I heard was sex. Okay? Whatever the case may be. But they seem to have a real good connection. They hold hands while they pray over the food. I mean, it seemed like a nice, innocent date. it didn't seem like they really was into each other, even though she said she was liking how he looked, she was liking his build and all that other stuff. But you know what? We're gonna have to figure out how he really felt about that date towards the end of this review, like we did towards the end of this episode. Okay, Dr. Nicole goes to meet with Michael and Shay. Now, when she goes over to sit down with Michael and Shay seems like if they broke up, Michael would be over within 24 hours, okay? And it just seems like he doesn't care. And he says, like, I do care. It's just that growing up, I had to get used to the fact that people can leave you and they will leave you. So to avoid that, he just doesn't connect on that level, okay? And it doesn't help that when when they started dating, she left him for the ex, she goes to him. Then she came back and she left him again and she goes to him. So why do you think that he's gonna be connected? Why do you think he's gonna like trust that you won't leave him if you ghosted him twice? I don't see why she was shocked and like it just finally hit her that was one of the problems, he couldn't connect with her. I don't know, because she really couldn't understand that. It really hit her like boom. Oh my God, I didn't realize that what was going on. I didn't get it, okay? She's like, well, now that I know that, I can apologize and I can work towards him forgiving me, okay? She wants to know if he can ever forgive her for that. I mean, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm sure they could work through it, but like, if you ghost somebody twice, of course they're going to be scared that you're going to ghost them again. Shay sat here and act like, everything was all on him and on him and on him, and he wasn't emotionally available and he wasn't connected with her and he wasn't jealous. But you got to think about it, son. You done left him twice. The simple fact that he keeps taking you back shows that he cares. Just saying. So now when Hollywood comes home from his date or whatever, he's like joking, like, oh, I had a good time. I didn't touch her. I didn't kiss her. I didn't feel on her booty, nothing like that. And as she's just like, okay. He was like, she's like, do you like her? He's like, she's cool. I mean, I didn't get that, like when I saw her like I did with you. She's like, don't compare me to her. Don't compare me to her. So I don't know why she said that. She said that it didn't bother her that he was out on a date. And that's when it was really hit her that it's like, dang, my man on a date and I don't care. She said she felt saddened by it because she realized that at that moment it was a disconnect. But I feel like it was a little bit of jealousy there because, she was just all like, don't compare me to her. So I just don't understand how she said she didn't care, but she kind of did care. I think that like she wants to like disconnect herself so bad so that he doesn't hurt her again that she's making up scenarios. Like, it doesn't even bother me. It doesn't even bother me. Now, I'm just curious as to what really happened in their relationship, because she's like, if he does something to mess up this relationship, that's just on him after all that we've been through. And I was just like, I wonder if he was cheating on her, and which is why she feels like I don't really care if he's doing something. Like, she's been down this road before. It's weird. And I'm not going to say he's a cheater. I don't know. We didn't get there. But something seems off between the two of them, that she really didn't, feel any type of way about him being out on a date. So she says. But Hollywood is upset about that. Like, he's like, how you not jealous? How you not upset? Like, what's wrong? Cause he know how he felt. He's sad. He's hurt that she really isn't feeling some type of way. And I mean, I can understand that. I would be upset if I went on a date and my husband didn't care. So I get it, Hollywood. I definitely get it. Now, Michael goes on his date, okay? And they vibing, okay? He likes her. She likes him. They having a good time. They talking. She asks him, what are you looking for? And he says, I'm not really looking to get married. This show is called Put a Ring on Put a ring on it. What are you talking about? You're not really looking to get married. I thought you was trying to figure out if you wanted to marry the woman you with. I'm confused, y'all. When he said that, it just took me off Took me off, okay? Meanwhile, he over there on his date. Shay is at home going through it, okay? Because she's just like, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do, what he's doing on his date or whatever the case may be. She's making up scenarios in her head. She's a little stressed out, okay? But it's okay. She will be okay because he is going to come home, Shay. He does come home, okay? So when all of these things and everything are happening, Dr. Nicole goes to sit down with Euclid and Mimi. Now, she tells them, you guys, and I'm going to keep it short because it's so intense, you guys, because we know her father had a stroke and he's like really dying and they have to make a decision whether or not to pull a cord on him or not to resuscitate him and things like that. So, you know, when they were talking about it, Euclid was like walking away and she felt like he wasn't there with her. But I'm like, you got to understand, this man felt that same connection that you felt with your father. He felt that too. So he can't really lean on you at this point because like he needs to lean. You can't really lean on him because he needs someone to lean on too. He needed to walk away. He said, I did not want to hear any bad news about my best friend, and I felt for him, okay? Dr. Nicole tells them, like, listen, you guys have to get this together. I need you to go be with your family, figure the situation out, okay? But remember one thing, when all of this has passed and everything is done, okay, you two are still going to have to be together. So take this opportunity to learn each other and lean on each other and be everything that you guys can be for each other to get through this time. And it was beautiful. And I'm just happy that they actually, you know, I'm glad that they actually went home, okay? I'm glad they didn't try to work on this relationship because, like, why? Go take care of your father. Go see him. Go see your sister, because God forbid y'all do have to pull that plug and you're not there. You're going to regret that for the rest of your life. And you may end up resenting him because you were there trying to fix that relationship. Just saying. Okay, so now that they went on their dates, they go back to meet with Dr. Nicole, okay? Now, we realize there's only two couples in the room, and she explains to them that Euclid and Mimi had to leave to go take care of her father and family matters. And, you know, everyone's like, oh, Willie wish they could have stayed. But, you know, things happen, life happened, and you have to, you know, go with the punches. Go with the punches. Now, anyway, Dr. Nicole asks Hollywood how his date was, and he's like, it was cool. You know, I was getting ready. I opened the new pack of drawers, okay? I had to keep them fresh right out the pack. I was lying right out the pack. Oh no, if my man going, you gonna grab the dingiest, holy drawers you got. We not opening no new pack of drawers. Why? Who's seeing your drawers? But anyway, it's a joke, like, oh my God, when I met her, you know, I gave her a nice hug and a kiss. I just like, nah, I'm just playing. Cause I was sitting here like, what? I didn't see that. Did I miss it? But the whole time he's saying that, Ashley's over there like, and I ain't flinched not one time. When he said it, like, she was like, you could tell like she was like, kind of angry, but like, I'm not bothered, okay? She wanted to be not bothered. That's what she wanted to be, okay? He talks about how like she was sexual and how he's always hot and ready to go like Little Caesars. So that was a big thing for him and he really liked that, okay? So Ashley said she really didn't care about him being on a date. So when she starts expressing that feeling, Dr. Nicole's like, listen. So what's happening here is that you start to go through some stuff, okay? And as you go through these things, you start unplugging those wires because you don't want to be connected to that anymore. So you're going through hurt, you disconnect, okay? You're going through pain, you disconnect, okay? You're going through whatever you're going through, you start disconnecting those wires. Now, it doesn't mean that the wires are not working. It just means that they're not plugged in. You can't be so scared to feel for this man that you have no connection to him. You have to plug yourself back into him in order to go through it together. And I was like, well, that's pretty much what she said. I summed it up for y'all. But for me, I was sitting there like, I know what she means. The fact that he called off the wedding before they got married really hurt her. And she can't seem to get to the point where they can get married again because she feels like as soon as we get to that point again, he's going back out. And I don't want to feel that anymore. So I'm going to disconnect this cord and just leave it at that. But my thing is, if you're not going to put in a work, you don't want to really get married or you're too scared to get married, then you might want to leave this relationship. And that's what we got into the argument about towards the end of the scene, which when they were talking about their issues, and she was like, now that you're ready, I'm supposed to be ready. When I was ready, you wasn't ready. And he's like, well, if you're not going to want to be married, then why are we still doing this? You want to date other people, go date other people. The temperature, everything just started getting riled up because I felt what she felt. But at the same time, girl, do you want to marry the man or not? Because he's ready. And I'm not saying because he's ready, you should be ready. But like, how long are you going to string him along? If you don't think it's ever going to happen, then let it go. He's saying he's trying to keep proving himself. He proposed to you again. He's on his show, ready to put a ring on it. And you don't know if you want it. Now, my guess is you don't want it. Why? Because if you really did want it, y'all would be planning a wedding and not deciding if he wants to put a ring on it after he already gave you two. Okay, Dr. Nicole asked Michael how his date went, and he was like, oh, she had a nice body, she was beautiful. While he's talking about his date, Shay is over there like, okay, I just want you to be happy. And Dr. Nicole's like, stop it. It's not genuine. You don't really feel like that, okay? If that's not how you feel, then don't say it. It's not going to work if you acting like you don't care and you just want him to be happy. And I'm sitting here like, exactly. Then they bring up the fact that, by her leaving him, it really, really bothered him again, okay? So while they talking about it, she's like, I don't want someone to use the hurt that I gave them to overdo it with the hurt that I gave them. And Dr. Nicole's like, if you step on my foot, who are you to tell me when my foot stopped hurting? She like, but if the doctor says that your foot is fine, then you should be fine. And I'm sitting here like, this girl is crazy. She crazy. You ghosted this man twice in a relationship, and you expect him not to be scared that you won't leave him again. No wonder he doesn't want to commit, because you have failed on the commitment twice. Y'all, they got some issues that they need to work out, okay? They definitely got some issues they need to work out. So now it is time for them to decide whether or not they want to go on another date with the people they want to date with, okay? Hollywood is first. And Hollywood said she was cool and all, and she was a nice girl, pretty or whatever, but she didn't have no booty. And he's a booty man. I said, okay, I guess that's good enough reason not to date her again, okay? And Michael says, no, he's not gonna date her. She was nice, she was cool, but there was no spark. There was no initial spark. And Dr. Nicole told them that if they don't feel a real connection, then they shouldn't date again. So he followed the rules and he said, not gonna do it again. So overall, you guys, neither one of them are gonna redate the same girl. And I'm kind of like, ooh, thank God, because once you start redating, then you start catching feelings. Just saying. But overall, y'all, this episode was good. Now, coming up next week, everybody going on a date. And that's going to be interesting. And we get to meet our new couple. Because now that Euclid and Mimi are gone, taking care of their family issues, a new couple is coming in. And I can't wait to see how these double dates go. It's not even double dates, but you know what I mean. Everybody dating. But you guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. Can't wait till next week. Peace.